Do you like me? Who are you going out with? And why is Brenda so upset with Jimmy? Now those type of questions and anonymous answers are the hallmark of Askfm, a 3-year-old website that's become one of the most trending apps of the summer. It's really controversial, but kids love it.
I guess it's kind of fun when you want to ask a personal question and don't ask them to their face. You can just hide behind your keyboard and do it.
If it was one of my friends, I'd probably be like, "You're so nice and pretty," or something like that.
But that's not a question.
I know, most people don't do questions.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of times it's compliments,
Yeah.
I guess, or sexual or something weird.
Well, there have been a couple anonymous girls that have talked to me on there, and that's pretty fun.
And what would they ask you?
They just said, hey, I think you're cute, or I have a crush on you, something like that.
Yeah, they just got kicked off of it.
You got kicked off of Askfm.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of anonymous people talking to you, and it's not really
a bunch of crap that's really not really something that teens need to be listening to.
I think it's kind of funny, and it's kind of interesting how people can find out what other people think of them that way.
Askfm is a tough subject with parents who are concerned about the anonymous comments, which can lead to bullying, and in some cases there have even been reports of teen suicides.
Alright, afternoon YouTube. I have quite a serious video to make this afternoon, and a lot of you aren't going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because I feel that it needs to be said, especially in the current hysteria surrounding the case. As some of you may have read in the newspapers this morning and this afternoon, a schoolgirl, 14-year-old schoolgirl, was found hanged at her home in England. I can't specifically remember where. I'm not very good with English place names. Bear with me. Apparently their mother checked their Askfm page and found a whole bunch of troll comments saying that she should kill herself and various other degrees of varying nastiness that we've come to expect on the internet.
To family and friends, Hannah Smith was bubbly and happy, but on Askfm she received messages telling her to kill herself. Her father thinks online bullies drove her to her death. In a statement, Dave Smith said, "Askfm and sites like this are making millions out of people's misery, and it is wrong. I would appeal to David Cameron as a Prime Minister and a father to look at this, to make sure these sites are properly regulated, so bullying of vulnerable people, like my daughter, cannot take place."
I don't see how it's that too hard to escape cyberbullying. Now, here's my theory on how this whole thing went down. She basically started out as your average attention whore. They caused her to react this way, and the next thing she knows, she offs herself. And she's another one on the list of teens who committed suicide to walk away from the fucking computer whenever they don't like something. Whenever I don't like something I see on the air or something annoys me, I don't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself." No, I fucking walk away from this shitty-ass laptop and get on with my life. And then I'll come back whenever I'm over it. It's not like I need this laptop to survive. I'm a fat piece of shit, but I can still walk over to the TV and watch something on TV. I can go spend some time with my friends. There's millions of other things to do than sit on the fucking computer. You only live once. YOLO. Whatever the fuck. You only live once. Why fucking kill yourself? Sure, life is shit. Sure, shitty things happen. Sure, things don't go the way you want. Sure, sometimes you get upset. But the thing is, the first step to finding contentment, I'm not going to say finding happiness, because not everybody finds happiness in this shit stain of a planet. The first step to finding contentment is taking a step toward it, not just sitting there in your own fucking puddle of self-pity and filth. It's teens these days, people these days, are so overly disturbingly sensitive over everything. Hell, it's all over the internet.
Hannah's suicide has shocked her friends. Many had used Askfm and have now come off it.
I knew of it, but she never she always said it didn't matter, she didn't really get bothered about it.
Do you know what kind of things people were saying to her?
They're just saying things about her family and stuff about her, like what she looks like and all that.
I guess for a 14-year-old girl, it must be quite difficult when people are saying things about your looks.
Yeah.
Would she have known any of these people?
I don't know, because it could be absolutely anybody.
Well, after the owners of Askfm did some research, they concluded that 98% of the negative messages she received were from herself. And I guarantee you, eventually when the documentation becomes public, it'll show that 98% of the troll messages telling her off, calling her whatever they called her, insulting her, making her feel bad, were all her. But I don't really give a single fuck about some girl killing herself because she insulted herself. That's completely and utterly idiotic.
If they're saying 98% of the messages were wrote by Hannah, there's another 2% that wasn't wrote by Hannah. Why haven't they come forward and told people of them people that did abuse Hannah?
14-year-old Hannah had gone on the question and answer site, Askfm, to get information about her eczema.
People were telling her to go and die or drink bleach. And if you tell somebody enough times to go and do something, it brainwashes them into doing it. And I never seen any signs.
That stupid fuck can shut the fuck up. He should have saw. Anybody, pay attention to your fucking kids. You can see when your kids aren't acting normal if you paid 5 fucking minutes of attention instead of letting the TV raise them, instead of letting the internet raise them. Spend some time with your stupid kids so that they're not as fucking stupid and not as fucking suicidal. Sometimes, if a parent pays attention, they could save their own goddamn kid's life. If you're gonna take time to have a fucking crib midget, fucking take care of it. Fucking pay attention to it. Because if you don't pay attention to it, they're gonna end up fucked up.
I was drowning, that it kept singing, like I kept sinking because all these words were coming in and I was precious from exams and everything was building up, and the cyberbullying really got to me because I thought I had people there to help and support me, and actually my own peers are actually not there to support me. They all kept pushing me down. So I know how I personally felt when I was being bombarded, and there were times that I felt that I didn't want to be here anymore because of it.
The comments alone shouldn't make any reasonably minded person want to kill themselves. It is absolutely, I mean, an absolute definition of stupidity. It can well be a contributing factor, of course, but it is not in itself alone responsible for this incident. Because believe me, after all the death threats and threats of violence that I have received over the internet, and the amount of times I've been told to kill myself, I should have, if there was any truth to the fact that would make me kill myself, I probably would have killed myself about 10 or 15 times by now, you know?
What have you been through in the last few weeks?
Hell and back, and then hell again. I couldn't think of anything worse. Nobody could do anything worse to me than what I've been through over the last 2 weeks. Because I've done something that every parent would never like to do, and that's I've got to bury my teenage daughter. And that just takes you through hell.
My heart goes out to the family of Hannah Smith. This is an absolutely appalling case, and I'd make a number of points. I mean, first of all, the people that operate these websites have got to step up to the plate and show some responsibility in the way that they run these websites. Second point is, look, just because someone does something online, it doesn't mean they're above the law. If you incite someone to do harm, if you incite violence, that is breaking the law, whether that's online or offline. And I want to make sure we take as much action as we can. But also there's something all of us can do as well as parents and as users of the internet, and that is not use some of these vile sites. Boycott them. Don't go there. Don't join them. We need to do that as well. So I'm very keen we look at all the action we can take to try and help stop future tragedies like this.
People are going to find that they are not able to communicate freely it will destroy the internet. This kind of blame game attitude will ruin the internet.
I know you probably won't be able to shut that site down. It would have to be a European law, it would have to come in to shut it down. But I don't agree about being anonymous. That's just inviting bullies. It's getting out of hand now. Even after Hannah died, I was on the internet and I was seeing things that was getting said, and it's thousands and thousands of children are getting bullied every day on the site. It's not just the 5 people that killed themselves. Every child's getting bullied. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Would you like to see it shut down?
I would love to see it, yeah, because I don't want to go and switch the TV on again and see another kid's killed herself because they've been bullied on Askfm.
This is Hannah. Hannah used to smile every time she had her picture taken. But Hannah had a secret. She was being bullied. She was being bullied at school. She was being bullied on the phone. And she was being bullied on the internet. This is my house. It used to be a home, but it isn't anymore. Hannah took her own life in this house. Me and Joanne now sleep downstairs. We can't go upstairs anymore. Joanne tried to get Hannah down when Hannah hung herself, but she couldn't do it. Joanne is going to have to live with that sight for the rest of her life. Me and Joanne need to move on with our lives. What I would ask is people stop bullying each other. The devastation it caused to families is not right. So please stop.
I think she's fucking stupid for killing herself.